The Pharisees in Jerusalem, what would they be teaching from?
Hebrew, I think.
So when Paul was taught in Jerusalem under the tutelage of Gamaliel, as he claimed, what would he be taught from?
But I think at that time, Greek was a popular language, right?
What would he be taught from?
Hebrew, I guess.
Why then does Paul always quote from the Septuagint on every occasion he quotes?
And misquotes like we just
Misquotes.
showed right now.
No, I don't know.
All right. Is that problematic for you?
Maybe, yeah.
What does it tell you?
Maybe something is wrong. But Greek was also there, right?
My friend, there's a difference in saying that, okay, he knows Greek and he's a trained Pharisee. So therefore, I'm not a trained like imam, but I know enough Arabic that when I'm translating a text, if I know that there's a divergence between the English translation and my traditional Arabic text, I will translate it myself if I know that there's a difference. But what Paul is doing, he's preferring the Septuagint even when it's vastly different from the Hebrew. So it's not like, oh, he's just doing it because he wants to reach more of a Gentile audience or more of like a Greek audience or whatever. No, he's preferring a form of the text that stands against the Hebrew. We just read one where there's a difference between a body you have prepared for me, whereas the Hebrew says you don't require burnt offerings and sacrifices, but my ears you have opened. So if he was being truthful to the original, which that is supposed to have been translated from, then he would have at least translated it on his own or found somebody who could translate it for him. No one can linguistically look at my ears you have opened and just accidentally write a body you have prepared for me. That doesn't work. You have to have a very malicious intent to change it. Or there's a couple of options. Either he changed it himself, which is not true because there's a different recension, or there's two variant forms, and depending on which one he chose, he either could have had an argument or didn't have an argument. And he chose the one that is a translation to make his argument. So you have two problems. You have a problem in the text that is preferred by your inspired New Testament authors being a corruption of the Hebrew. And I can give you more examples where Paul quotes a text that's not found in either Septuagint or Masoretic text. And
Like
Matthew
what?
does this as well. John does this as well.
Matthew does it, yeah.
You can tell that he's making a specific citation, but the wording is so different that they're not found in any specific recension.